Amid the echoes of history, Queen Camilla steps onto foreign soil once again. This time, the winds of Normandy swirl around her as she arrives to commemorate the solemn D-Day anniversary. It's her first notable venture abroad in months, a poignant return to the international stage. The air is thick with the weight of remembrance, honoring those who fought with valor 79 years ago. A momentous occasion, but was it a graceful journey? Let's delve deeper. Normandy, a place steeped in history, where the past and present meet. Here, Queen Camilla embarked on her first foreign trip in quite some time, not counting her leisurely bird-hunting escapade in Spain earlier this year. Her last official overseas duties took her to Kenya and France last year, where it became evident that Camilla's travel prowess could use some polishing. These trips underscored her discomfort in unfamiliar settings, a trait that stood out prominently in Kenya as she interacted with the locals. Fast forward to the D-Day anniversary in Normandy, and it was a mixed bag of experiences for our royal lady. On the brighter side of things, Queen Camilla seemed to thoroughly enjoy the company of the World War II veterans, even indulging in some fine French wine. After all, any event that involves a bit of the grape is a win in her book. She also donned a hat so outlandish it made heads turn. One might question the choice of such a flamboyant accessory for a somber occasion, but then again, fashion is subjective. However, the day was not without its awkward moments. When tasked with placing bouquets of flowers at the British Normandy Memorial alongside Madame Brigitte Macron, the French First Lady, Queen Camilla seemed less than comfortable. Madame Macron's attempt to reach for Camilla's hand was met with a cold response, as if she were a child shying away from an unfamiliar touch. Camilla's hasty exit from the scene also raised eyebrows. Was it a simple misunderstanding or a breach of protocol? We may never know. The encounter between Queen Camilla and Madame Macron was intriguing, to say the least. The British media has since tried to spin the narrative, suggesting that it was Madame Macron who broke royal protocol. But let's not forget that King Charles himself greeted President Macron with a warm hug, even going so far as to kiss Brigitte's hand in greeting. A toast with veterans, perhaps a light moment in a day of heavy remembrance. Even at solemn events, the eyes of the world don't just watch the deeds, but also the attire. At the recent D-Day anniversary in Normandy, Queen Camilla's choice of headgear became a talking point that transcended the usual fashion columns and entered into broader cultural discussions. Let's delve into the whirlwind of feathers and fabric that adorned her head. The hat in question was no subtle affair. Lavishly adorned with an array of oversized feathers, it seemed to dance with every breeze, drawing attention in a sea of more subdued ensembles. Critics and fashion aficionados alike were quick to comment, with some describing it as a bold statement, while others deemed it a distracting choice for an event marked by reflection and remembrance. Fashion, particularly in the context of royal appearances, is never just about personal style or aesthetic preference. It carries a weight of symbolic value. In this case, the choice of such a conspicuous hat at a solemn commemoration raised eyebrows. Was it a faux pas, or a misunderstood attempt at making a personal statement amidst the protocol-heavy royal attire? The public and media reactions varied widely. Social media buzzed with both admiration for the daring choice and criticism for the perceived lack of sensitivity. Fashion experts weighed in, analyzing the design and the statement it purported to make, linking it to historical contexts where fashion at royal events served as a silent communicator of deeper messages. A hat that spoke louder than words, but what did it really say? Human interactions can speak volumes, more than formal speeches ever could. In the realm of royal engagements, every gesture is scrutinized, every nod dissected for deeper meaning. Such was the case during a poignant ceremony at the British Normandy Memorial, where Queen Camilla and Madame Brigitte Macron found themselves at the center of a moment laden with subtle tensions. The ceremony was meant to be a solemn tribute, a moment to honor the brave souls who fought during World War II. Yet amidst the gravity of remembrance, there brewed a subtle storm of interpersonal dynamics. As the two ladies approached the memorial, tasked with the dignified duty of placing bouquets of flowers, an unexpected sequence unfolded. Madame Macron, embodying a blend of grace and composure, reached out towards Queen Camilla, ostensibly offering a gesture of camaraderie and support. However, the response from the Queen was markedly reserved. Instead of a warm acceptance, there was a palpable hesitation, a withdrawal that spoke louder than words. Camilla's reaction was not just a personal moment of discomfort, but seemed to ripple outwards, casting a shadow over the intended unity of the ceremony. The media was quick to pounce on this interaction. Headlines varied wildly, with some suggesting that Madame Macron had breached an unspoken royal protocol, while others hinted at discomfort or disapproval from the Queen. This moment of disconnection was dissected from every angle, with commentators speculating on the reasons behind Camilla's apparent reluctance to engage more warmly. Was it a mere personal discomfort, a clash of cultural expectations, or something deeper? The interpretations were many, but the visual of two leading ladies at a historic site, divided not just by nationality but by an unmet outstretched hand, was telling. In the grand tapestry of international relations, such moments are often fleeting yet revealing. That brief encounter at the Normandy Memorial could have been a bridge between Britain and France, a small gesture echoing unity and shared respect. Instead, it served as a subtle reminder of the complexities inherent in human interactions, especially on the world stage. A fleeting touch that could have bridged nations, yet widened the gap. In the dance of diplomacy, every step is scrutinized. The British media often wields its pen like a conductor's baton, orchestrating narratives that resonate with pomp and circumstance. In the recent Normandy events, their portrayal of Queen Camilla's interactions, or lack thereof, with Madame Brigitte Macron stirred the pot of public opinion with a rather dramatic flair. The media spotlight zoomed in on a fleeting moment, Madame Macron extending her hand to Queen Camilla, who seemingly recoiled. This was painted as a grand faux pas, a breach of royal protocol. Headlines blared about the awkward exchange, suggesting a rift that might as well have been scripted for a period drama. But let's peel back the layers of this media-crafted onion. The concept of royal protocol is often as malleable as it is mysterious. Historically, it's been subject to interpretation and reinterpretation, depending on the needs of the narrative. The incident was portrayed almost as a diplomatic crisis, reminiscent of historical tensions. Yet those present at the event noted nothing more than a brief, perhaps clumsy, moment. Furthermore, the focus on this supposed breach overshadowed more genuine interactions of the day, like the warmth and respect shown by other members of the royal family. It's intriguing how a single, possibly misunderstood gesture can eclipse the true spirit of an international commemoration. When the media waltzes in, the truth sometimes steps out. As the curtains fall on another royal outing, what reflections do we take home? Queen Camilla's recent trip to Normandy, marked by moments both commendable and questionable, leaves us pondering the complex tapestry that is royal conduct. Public and critical reception of her actions was, to put it mildly, mixed. The trip was not just a reflection of her personal demeanor, but also a spotlight on the broader image of the royal family. During her visit, Queen Camilla engaged with veterans and participated in ceremonial duties, a role that demands grace and composure. Yet, some of her actions seem to diverge from these expectations. The scene where she hesitated to hold Madame Macron's hand was more than an awkward moment. It was a snapshot that captured global attention, leading to a flurry of media commentary and public scrutiny. Critics argue that such moments reflect not merely personal discomfort, but could signify deeper issues of diplomacy and interpersonal relations. On the other hand, supporters might see these as minor missteps in the grander scheme of royal responsibilities. However, the question remains: how do these moments affect the royal family's relationship with international figures and the public? These incidents also stir discussions on the evolving role of modern monarchies, in an era where every gesture is magnified and every misstep potentially viral. The balance between human authenticity and the ceremonial gravitas expected of royalty is ever more challenging to maintain. Moreover, the reactions to Queen Camilla's behavior underscore a critical aspect of royal life: the intense scrutiny under which members of the royal family live. Every action, every expression is dissected, discussed, and often judged with an intensity that few outside the royal sphere can truly comprehend. As we reflect on Queen Camilla's trip and its repercussions, it becomes evident that each public appearance by a royal is not just a duty. It is a performance where the stakes are high and the audience is global. Every trip a lesson, every interaction a mirror to the soul. From the shores of Normandy back to the heart of the kingdom, we journeyed together. Today, we've unpacked Queen Camilla's eventful visit, from her unique fashion choices to her less than gracious moments. We observed the blend of ceremony and missteps, and how these actions resonate against the backdrop of royal expectations. Such excursions are always ripe with symbolic gestures and nuanced interactions, offering us a lens through which to view the complexities of royal diplomacy. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Zane.